131, that starts at page 179. If you've located the document, this is a letter from Chief Mapieye, dated the 20th of June 2023. And it is addressed to Mr. Shekhar and copied to yourself. You see at the top of that.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, in this particular letter, Chief Mapieye states, and I quote, "In my capacity as Chief of Police, Head of Department EMPD, I'm directly responsible for discipline and managing of all EMPD members and staff." You see where I've just read?
Yes, ma'am.
I will then jump the next paragraph and go to the third, where he invokes the provisions of section 64C2B, and he quotes what it provides, subject to the applicable laws. He, Mr. Mapieye, as chief, will be responsible for the recruitment, appointment, promotion, and transfer of members of the municipal police service. You see in italics that quotation. Then he continues to state, "I redeployed Brigadier Mkwanazi to perform the functions of the Director Bylaws Operation and Specialized Division with effect from 24th May 2023 till the disciplinary matters have been concluded." Next paragraph, "I ensured that Brigadier Mkwanazi was treated fairly and in the best interest of council and the EMPD department. It is important to note that no legal rights and or benefits or salary of Brigadier J. Mkwanazi are being infringed upon." And I will stop there. My question is, you are copied once again in this communication. Do you have a difficulty with the correctness of what Chief Mapieye states in that letter?
Can you repeat the question?
Do you have a difficulty with the correctness of the content of that letter?
I don't have.
As a city manager, why did you not advise Mr. Shekhar accordingly? That on this score, Chief Mapieye is correct. You cannot direct that he redeploy. After he has deployed Mr. Mkwanazi to this one unit, you cannot direct him to redeploy because section 64C2B, as quoted, actually gives him the exclusive power. Why didn't you do so? To correct Mr. Shekhar's error.
I think in my package or whatever, there's a letter
Yes.
where Chief of Police wrote to me and complaining about Gasheka and the process and so forth, where I addressed Gasheka and also General Mkwanazi.
We'll deal with that. I think that was in relation to the
I'm
appointment by the
responding
55.
to say I did something about this and there's a letter to that effect.
No, what I'm pointing out to you, Doctor, is that letter, and we will get to it. It's in relation to the appointment of the 55 people to various posts by Mr. Mkwanazi. So we will get to that letter. This particular correspondence we are dealing with relates purely and solely to the redeployment by Chief Mapieye of Mr. Mkwanazi, as he says, pending the conclusion of the disciplinary processes. My question to you is, if you accept that he's correct here, as a city manager and copied on this communication, why didn't you correct Mr. Shekhar to say, you're going down the wrong lane?
As I indicated that Ms. Gasheka, maybe she's not aware of the SEPS Act because everything is based on the SEPS Act in terms of the powers that are assigned to the Chief of Police. Her understanding, I assume, that it was through the Systems of Delegations and Municipal Systems Act. So that's why it is important that the author of the letter explains her position in terms of this. In terms of the misunderstanding, well, there's always misunderstanding between the HODHR and other departmental heads in terms of her role as an enabler. Remember, she's playing a supporting role towards all the departments in terms of recruitment, discipline, and so forth, because labor relations, it is one of her functions. Chief of Police is one of the HODs that would have challenges with how she did things, but at some point in this letter, in these documents, I address the issues about the other overstepping her powers.
perhaps let me assure you, the author of these documents will definitely come to the commission to explain. I am not, and I cannot expect you to speak on her behalf. She'll speak for herself. My question to you was slightly different. You said you accepted the correctness of what Chief Mapie states. And I'm asking you, why did you not intervene at that stage to draw Ms. Kasheka's attention to the fact that on this score, Chief Mapie is correct?
In terms of my recollection, I don't want to say I did or I did not. Remember, these things happened in 2023, and I'm actually dealing with a lot of issues, to be honest, and I cannot be expected to remember each and every letter that was CC'd to me. As I indicated, that I'm running a big metro with 26 departments, over 18,000 employees with different challenges. So it is important to know that at some point, some of the things will actually not be dealt with accordingly in terms of my responsibilities as an accounting officer.
But surely, in this regard, there are a handful of HODs who report directly to you. It's not about the thousands of employees within EMPD or within the city, surely that you can deal with in your daily life at work.
As an accounting officer...
Don't you give guidance to your direct reportees?
I do.
Okay.
But
your guidance was required here. What happened?
But
you say you don't remember whether or not you gave it.
Yes, I don't. I don't remember, to be honest, ma'am, whether I did or I did not. But all I remember, because there's documentation here, I addressed the matter.
When and how?
I addressed the matter in my letter to them, where I even requested the chief of police to draw up a policy and indicated to both Kasheka and Mkhwanazi that they cannot overstep their mandate and they must respect the authority of the chief of police.
As I pointed out to you, that was regarding the employment of the 55.
Yes.
Yes. Not regarding Mr. Mkhwanazi's redeployment. It was a different issue. And I concede that you did write a letter to that effect. So you are not entirely correct to say you addressed this issue, this particular issue before.
This one I did not address. I don't remember. I don't recall. Hence I'm saying I do not recall, ma'am.
I accept
And
that.
as I was not involved, though I was CC'd, and I indicated in my response that I received too many emails.
Yes.
And the CC ones obviously will not take precedence to the ones that are directed to me.
As a matter of interest, what was the practice within the city? What is the purpose of copying you in some correspondence, as Commissioner Baloyi correctly pointed out? In some correspondence you are not copied, in others you are. What is the relevance of that, and on what is the decision based as to when to copy you and not to copy you?
I don't know at what point they decide to copy me. Hence, I'm saying the authors of the letters who copied me must actually talk to those letters, why they copied me.
So are you suggesting that because you don't know why they copied you at the time you received them, you never considered them?
To be honest, I never even read this. I see this thing, I now recall this thing because I see them. But as I indicated, these things, they happened in 2023, and you can imagine the amount of work and the emails that one receives on a daily basis. They are too much.
With wisdom of hindsight, would you agree that these are important matters, considering the basis for the suspension and the charges against Mr. Mkhwanazi, the Blue Light Saga?
Correct.
And that, and again I say with benefit of hindsight, you perhaps ought to have paid better attention to the issue and intervened appropriately as city manager. Would you accept that?
Correct.
I would like to move on to another question. And this time, I think we have
Sorry,
about...
Advocate,
Yes.
Is it a different topic?
It's a very
or-
different topic completely, Commissioner, please.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I would like Dr. Mashazi to address the specific allegations by Chief Mapie and Mr. Ngiza to the effect that that Dr. Mashazi called them on WhatsApp and instructed them to uplift the suspension. Because there was a specific allegation and she deals with it in the statement.
And in fact, that is what I was leading to when I say it's a different topic. By different topic is from the iPad
Oh, okay.
and all that.
Maybe let me
But
leave
that is exactly where we are headed. If you didn't hear all what Commissioner Kumalo said, Commissioner Kumalo referenced allegations by Chief Mapieye, as well as Mr. Niza, that you intervened directly and you directed that the suspension of Mr. Mkwanazi be uplifted. That's what he was referencing. And you deal with that from your page 16, paragraph 87. It starts at paragraph 15 as questions number 7 and 8. It starts at the bottom of 15.
Okay.
That questions 7 and 8. And it reads, the question, the disciplinary proceedings instituted into Brigadier Mkwanazi's conduct in relation to the vehicles registered under the city's name, the stoppage of the service of a charge sheet, the withdrawal of internal investigations in relation to the above, and your role in that regard. You then, from paragraph 87 through to paragraph 112, respond to the two questions at the same time. Would you like to provide a summary of your responses to those questions to the Commission?
Firstly, I'd like to indicate that I did not stop or interfere in the withdrawal of the investigation, or did I stop the department from charging Brigadier Mkwanazi? And I also deny the fact that I called both Chief of Police and Xolani Nxiza through WhatsApp. My phone is free for any investigation through the relevant authorities to check if I did make that call or those calls. I deny that I ever called them to stop the investigation, nor stop the disciplinary action.
Can I ask a follow-up question, Dr. Mashazi? If you did not instruct either Mapieye or Nxiza to stop the disciplinary proceedings, then who did? Why did they suddenly stop the disciplinary process of Brigadier Mkwanazi?
Let me indicate that even the internal report that they are basing the investigation on, I was not even copied. I don't know. I haven't seen the report. So I was far from this process. I do not know, and I did not stop anyone from disciplining. And I wouldn't tell who told them to stop. They must prove that I've called them, or I wrote to them, or I messaged them that they must stop. And my phone is here. It can be taken for investigation as to whether I made those calls. They indicated in their reference that in somewhere May 2023, in terms of the evidence, their statements, that on the 23rd of May 2023, somewhere there, I called them. I made a WhatsApp call, firstly to Xolani and then to Chief Mapieye. It is untrue.
Thank you, Commissioner. Yes, Commissioner.
Dr. Mashazi, I think earlier on I asked you a question about whether you became aware of intended disciplinary action against Brigadier Mkwanazi. Am I correct in my recollection that you said no, you never became aware of that?
Yes, I was not aware that he's been investigated or disciplined. I was not aware, as I reported and indicated that he is a junior official. I do not get involved. It means I must get involved in all these departments with different lower ranks. I can't.
When, to your recollection, did you first become aware of
In
any
terms of-
disciplinary investigation and disciplinary steps against?
In
Brigadier
terms
Mkhwanazi?
of me being aware about the misconduct of Mr. Mkhwanazi, it was during the presentation of the IP report to me.
Okay. All right, so the testimony that we have heard from Mr. Ngiza is that he and Chief Mapieye met with you in February of 2023. That is long before the IP report. They met with you outside the office. They called, you were not available, and you asked them to meet you at a different location where you were going to be. And they came to meet with you. This is in February 2023. And they informed you about the media inquiry of the blue lights from Jeff Wicks, the investigation, and that steps are to be taken against Brigadier Mkhwanazi. And according to both of them, Chief Mapieye and Mr. Ngiza, in their testimony, you were supportive at that point that whatever action needs to be taken against Brigadier Mkhwanazi they should act as they deem appropriate. Is that testimony incorrect?
It is incorrect.
So you didn't.
I never met with them.
You did not meet with them at Dada Motor World on the 16th of
meet with
February
them.
2023.
Yes, ma'am. If I want to have a meeting with officials, especially a meeting that concerns official matters of the city, I hold my meetings in the office.
Yes.
And I do not understand why would they choose to say they met me outside. So their statement is untrue, and I cannot respond to their allegations.
Is this place where Mr. Ngiza claims they met you familiar to you, that Dada Motor World? Is it a place? You don't need to give me details. If the answer is yes, it's yes.
The
Otherwise,
answer
it's
is
a,
yes.
it is familiar to you.
I know the area.
Why do you think they would be dishonest about something so benign? We went and met with the city manager to report to her what we are planning to do, which is to discipline, and she was supportive of it. I mean, they're not casting you in a bad light. Why would they would they lie about something like that?
Obviously, the two, Ngiza was dismissed from the city. He's disgruntled, and he turned this commission to come and air his grievances. He was dismissed for dishonestly for dishonestly presenting false qualifications.
Yeah, well, I guess if you may allow me to interrupt you, I know you want to speak to that, but my question in particular, more directly, is
Why would
what this testimony that I've summarized to you, it doesn't cast you in any negative light at all. And so my question is, why would they lie about something that in fact is in your favor?
I don't know. They may answer that
Okay.
because I don't know. I'm not aware of that meeting, and I deny everything they said
All right,
about it.
thank you.
Can
Thank
I
you,
just
Mr.
ask a follow-up question, Dr. Mashazi? Are you saying that the first time you became aware of the so-called blue light scandal was when you saw the IPID report in September 2023?
Exactly correct.
So something which was in the news and cast the municipality in a bad light, you saying for about 6 or 7 months you were not aware of it and nobody told you about it?
I was not aware. I became aware with the IPAD report. Remember, the department is in Kempton Park, and whatever they do that side, I'm not aware of what is happening. And in terms of the news, to be honest, because I'm being actually bullied by the media, I don't read, and I don't watch television, to be honest.
And because you were copied on all the internal letters dealing with Brigadier Mkhwanazi's suspension, Did you never bother to inquire what the suspension was about?
I didn't, as I indicated that I received numerous emails, and the CC emails to me, they would not take precedence to emails that are directly sent to me as an accounting officer.
Thank you, Commissioners. You deal at from paragraph 100 and 101, at page 18. And at paragraph 100, you state, Mngqiza later alleged that he received a WhatsApp call from me, and then you dispute that and you attach. And at 101, you engage with what you call Chief Mapie's allegation to the same effect that he received a WhatsApp from you. And once again, you attach a screenshot of your phone, I take it. I would like to read Mr. Ngqiza's statement, which you were provided with. At paragraph 46 of Mr. Ngqiza, I can read it out unless you want to satisfy yourself that I'm not putting words in his mouth. Mr. Ngqiza states, on the night of the 23rd of May 2023, I received a missed call from Dr. Mashazi. I called her back some 30 minutes after the timestamp of the missed call. She had found out about the request for the extension of Mr. Mkhwanazi's suspension period. In that call, Dr. Mashazi was virulent, aggressive, and accused me of being personal, hateful, and that I was targeting Brigadier Mkhwanazi. She yelled at me and told me that Chief Mapia and I hate Julius. We are too personal. During the telephone call, she told me that ke nagana gore ke masepala wa ka. I think it's my municipality, meaning that I think this is my municipality in Setswana. He attaches a date to it. He says the 23rd of May. So that's the allegation advanced by Mr. Ngqiza. Let's go to your annexure IM17, which you invoke to challenge the correctness of Mr. Ngqiza's statement, and that appears as your annexure IM17, page 55 of your annexure file. Your own annexure file. It will be under tab IM17, page 55.
55. Yes, ma'am.
You do recall when I read out the paragraph from Mr. Ngqiza's statement that he put the date of the 23rd of May 2023 as a date on which he received this call from you, or he missed a call and then he returned it, and you had that what seemingly was an unpleasant conversation about Mr. Mkhwanazi's continued suspension. If that is the date that this is alleged to have happened, what value must the commissioners attach to your IM17, which, if I read it correctly, is a screen grab of your WhatsApp written communications between yourself and Mr. Ngqiza, and firstly, relates to different dates, the 17th of April 2023, and the other one relates to the 4th of August 2023. How is that proof that you never had the conversation as Mr. Ngqiza suggests?
Thank you very much. The last conversation I had with Ngqiza before May, it was on the 23rd of April, on the 17th, and I don't recall what we were discussing.
Yes.
And then on the next conversation with him was on the 4th of August, where he writes to me, "Good morning, Slobo. complaining about his issues.
Yes.
About his issues with the department, about his qualifications.
But I'm saying this is a screen grab of WhatsApp written
Yes.
communications. He said it was a telephone call. Whether or not there was such a telephone call, surely it's not expected to be found in Annex 17 because that's the content of WhatsApp communication, written communication. That would be on your call log. Hence my question to you, what do you suggest the commissioners do with IM 17
The
in
commission-
regard to the allegation as advanced and couched by Mr. Ngiza?
The commission has a right, as I indicated, that they can take my phone to the expert to check I don't know which service provider in terms of calls and whatever is actually assigned to check calls. I'm free to hand over my phone to be checked.
Okay.
To be checked in terms of this allegation.
So, at least for now, then we accept that IM 17 does not address the direct allegation by Mr. Ngiza.
Yes, we accept. I was just, this IM 17, I'm just showing you the calls that I had with him, WhatsApp calls that I had with him. And there's nothing on the 23rd of May, the whole of May, we never communicated with Mr. Ngiza. This evidence is just to show cause that I never had any communication with him during that particular time where he says I communicated with him to stop the investigation.
But is it not so that at paragraph 100, notwithstanding his paragraph 46, where he says he received a call, he missed a call from you, at your paragraph 100, you are the one who characterizes that call as a WhatsApp call. He never called it a WhatsApp call. So why would a WhatsApp record assist in that regard?
When you look at the missed calls or whatever, or communications, you'll see that there's no communication between me and Ngiza during that particular period.
By WhatsApp.
Via WhatsApp or call log.
Does Annex IM 17 speak to your call log?
Remember, in terms of this, Mr. Ngiza alleges that he received a WhatsApp call. A WhatsApp call would appear here.
No, that's what I'm correcting you about. What I read out to you, paragraph 46, he says, I received a missed call from Dr. Mashazi. His paragraph 46. You are the one who characterizes it as a WhatsApp call.
Oh, okay.
So perhaps you mischaracterized it,
Yes,
and
as a
then you
call.
went into your phone on the WhatsApps to try and locate that date. Is that possible?
Yeah, even call log I did check. There's nothing like that.
Did you check the call log?
There's nothing like that.
So why didn't you share a copy of that call log for the appropriate date,
Like my
as you
calls-
did with the WhatsApps?
The call log, obviously some calls, they disappear as and when we get calls and so forth. Hence, it's important that if the commission wants to satisfy itself, they can go to the relevant service provider to check if indeed I did receive calls from Mr. Ngiza.
I can assure you, the commission will be quite happy with the call log you checked. Where is that one?
The call log that I checked, I don't have it.
You said you checked and there was no such a
Yes,
call.
I don't have that info, that call from
So
Ngiza.
which log did you check, Dr. Mashazi?
The call log.
Which call log? Because I was going to invite you to, that you share the very log with us. It doesn't have to be so formal as to be forwarded by a service provider. We are happy to accept yours. Instead of a WhatsApp, we get a normal call log. Where you checked and you satisfied yourself. As
The
you
call logs in
stated.
terms of my phone and the calls and everything, they end up in 2025-05. That is the report from my phone.
I would have
That-
expected as such, but you are the one who told the commissioners that you checked the call log, and there is no call.
There's nothing,
For the
yes.
23rd of May 2023. You offered that, and I was
Exactly.
asking you to share that call log with us, that very one, where you satisfied yourself that there was no such a call on that
Here's
date.
my phone, there's no call from Mr. Ngiza, and
in
I want
2025?
to reiterate that the commission is free to go to the service provider and get the information.
You then at paragraph 101 deal with Mr. Mapie's allegations regarding the withdrawal, as you say, or stoppage of the disciplinary or investigative process. This is untrue, and your approach to that is the same. You give a screenshot of the WhatsApp chat annexed as I am 18 between yourself and Chief Mapie. And I am 18 would be relevant only if Chief Mapie had claimed that it was a WhatsApp call, which he did not.
The answer is the same, that
Yeah.
the commission can satisfy itself and get the information from the service provider that can assist them in locating those calls.
Okay.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
at least you are satisfied that I am 17 and I am 18 doesn't help the commission insofar
Yeah,
to
maybe
determine
I
whether
miss-
or not there was such a conversation, unfortunately.
Yes. Maybe I misunderstood whether it was a WhatsApp call, because they normally phone me on WhatsApp, all of them.
Okay. At 110, at page 19 of your statement, you make a definitive statement, and you say, and I quote, "The direct evidence, annexures I am 17 and I am 18, confirm the following. One, I issued no instruction to withdraw, stop, or interfere. Second, I made no WhatsApp calls regarding this matter. The allegations are unsupported, uncorroborated, contradictory, and false." Would you accept the proposition that insofar as they are relevant, I am 17 and I am 18, they prove only that there was no WhatsApp communication between you and Mr. Ngiza on the one hand and you and Mr. Mapie on the other hand in that period? That's all they serve to establish. Not that you did not issue the instructions in the manner that they claimed. They don't have that effect, those two annexures. And that the allegations they make are therefore unsupported. Those two annexures don't help us in respect of the two claims that you advance, correct?
Well, the annexures, as you are indicating, that they are not helping the commission, and I want to assume that the commission will take further step and check the calls through the reliable institution. But I still reiterate my statement on paragraph 110, that I issued no instruction to withdraw, stop, or interfere. I made no WhatsApp calls regarding this matter. The allegations are unsupported, uncorroborated, contradictory, and false.
I know that, and I read it into the record, but I'm just saying that is your statement, but I am 17 and 18 don't support that statement. Simply because there are WhatsApp screen grabs. Maybe your claim is broader than what I am 17 and what I am 18 can do for you. Would you accept that?
Maybe my,
The WhatsApp, I am 17 and I am 18, your claims are broader than what those two annexures can do, because those two annexures only speak to WhatsApp communications.
well, I think it's also upon the commission's mandate to actually get supporting documents from them. If they had those calls with me, they should actually give evidence to that. Or if there was a message, WhatsApp message or whatever, the onus is on them to prove that I did call them or I did give directive in terms of this process.
That's fair comment. We engaged with the two annexures simply because you mischaracterized their allegations. You thought they had alleged there were WhatsApp communications. That's the only point I sought to make with you. And you and I have agreed, and you have offered the commission to access your call logs to the extent that it's necessary. At the same time, I do take your point that they too must tender evidence before the commission to prove that such calls as they alleged did take place.
Thank you.
Note taken.
Just maybe to be sure where we land on this, can I maybe make the suggestion that it is probably quicker? You've raised a specific defense. You said, I have no WhatsApp communication with these people. And then we have seen from these documents that, and their evidence that in fact they didn't allege WhatsApp calls, they just said calls. You are saying your call log will show that you didn't have those calls. Can I maybe suggest that it may be quicker and more efficient if you provided your call logs, because it's information that is easily and efficiently available to you. I know I have itemized billing, for example, and I can do numbers, that you may be quicker to do that, especially considering where we are in the process of hearings, and we have to submit our report on the 17th, that it might be something that you want to consider, if you consider it important enough to
Okay,
to
we'll try
show
and
that.
get the call logs from the service provider.
Sorry, say that?
We'll try and get the call, but the owners also from their side, they should get the
Of course,
the
on their
evidence, because
phones.
they made those allegations.
I accept that. Thank you. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Commissioner. I would like us to move off that topic and that question, Dr. Mashazi, and now we have to retrace our steps and go sequentially now. We went about differently, jumping, because we were dealing with themes.
Nothing. Sure, I would say honestly.